introduction. As I said, Mark is going to come and talk to us about department stores. I think we've all used them and we all know the challenges that come with them. So Mark looks after future stores at John Lewis, which I'm really looking forward to hearing about. So without further ado, Mark.
Thank you, Al. I'd actually like to go back a couple of slides, because
we don't go back.
I know this is like, I don't like following rules. This is actually a really good summary of what is kind of great retailing. So whether it's a grocery store in Japan or a department store in the UK, these things are really, really important. So the experience that we deliver for customers is critical for getting you to come to a store and giving you a reason to. Having actual kind of making use of the space that we have and not paying rents and rates for things that aren't adding value. So I've got a whole load of other slides, but I just thought I'd go back to this because like retail is actually really straightforward. The things that customers want basically come down to ease. If you can make it easier for them to find what they want, to get the outcome that they're looking for in the least effort way, they will choose you. And Amazon did an amazing job of that, of making it really easy to get the products you want. What's happened now is that you don't know for certain actually how good that quality of product is, or there's some products where you really want to go and try it on first. And I think about this stuff often as like fit. So if you really care about how well it fits you, and how important it is for you to get it right first time and not have to set it back. So when you're wanting that new outfit and you've got that really important event that you're going to, you will go into a shop and try it on because the pain of getting a whole load of them and then having to send them back isn't worth it for you. It's easier to go to the store. Or if you want to really, like, you're doing your kitchen and you want that new fridge freezer and you really care about, like, what's the water like going around? What does the door feel like? Like, those are the things that matter, and then you'll go into a shop to make it worthwhile. So I will go to my slides now. I sometimes think I most of the time think I have the best job in retail because a department store has everything in it. It also makes it the worst job because we have everything in it. We've got this dual problem at the moment where we have to improve the offer, and that's improve the offer in every single part of our offer, which is everything. So most of you will be familiar with John Lewis stores, but we are selling fitted kitchens, fashion, tech. We've just actually got out of fitted flooring, but like we had the whole range of stuff. And we have to do that at the same time as lowering our costs. We need to improve the experience, add extra reasons for customers to come, and take cost out, all at the same time. We are doing loads of stuff. So we are bringing services out to the forefront. We have the most amazing personal styling service. It's free. You can come in, you don't have to buy anything. It's incredible. No one knows about it. So we are bringing those services out a bit more onto the shop floors. People can see them. We are completely reinventing. This is one of my projects I did, which was to reinvent large electrical department. Like, how boring is a large electrical department normally? Like, you walk in, it's just a row of white goods. Like, it's not much fun to look at. We decided to treat it with a bit of care and love, and we've put lighting underneath the products, and we explain the benefits, and we have little areas which tell you why these things are cool or explain what are those latest features. So kind of really trying to treat all products with the care that they should all have. And we're doing lots more about giving our brands actually expression. There was a view of John Lewis back 5-10 years ago, which was basically, don't let the brands have any expression whatsoever. It's all about John Lewis. People come to John Lewis because of John Lewis, and brands can't have anything at all. It's just rubbish, to be honest. The brand expression is really important. Our shops feel so vanilla and bland when you go into them, partly because we don't let the brands like talk and sing, and they're a really important part of our offer. So we're starting to fix that. But we have 150,000 square foot in each of our shops. That's an awful lot of space to update and change and improve. So we are busy. We do 500 odd interventions a year across our estate. And we only have 35 shops, so it's a lot of interventions going into shops to improve them. But it takes an awful long time to get round that amount of square footage. So we are busy doing lots of stuff. We have lots of aspirations to add events, experiences, all those things, basically with a goal of giving people reasons to come into our shops more. It's a better way for us to transact. It builds brand loyalty better. It's cheaper for us in most cases to sell through the shop than it is through online. So it's a really good thing. And actually, that brand affection and affinity and not having the returns problem make it a really important thing to get right. But they're big beasts, and every single category needs something doing to it, whether it's an uplifting of the environment, a implementation of a digital solution so that you can shop the extended range, a change to the labour model so that you can stop spending so much money on the staffing, an increase of different payment options. Like every single part of the shop needs quite a lot of work doing. The big ways that we are looking to lower cost are around stock holding. So why do we carry so much stock in our shops? How much of it is really needed on that day? Is there a way to provide the offer and then deliver it to a customer later? Now, this is a really sensitive topic because there will always be a customer who wants it on that day. So you've got to try and find the right balance between when you need it or not. I have amazing conversations with our commercial team where they're like, we have to hold all these spoons. I'm like, really? Like, how often do you desperately need a spoon? Like, it's not one of those things that normally you've run out of. And for our customers, often they're buying like the whole new cutlery set. It's more of a planned thing. So yes, they want it on that day, but actually delivery the next day to a Waitrose could be a good enough solution if it doesn't impact sales enough and it's worth it on that kind of stock holding decision. But each of our category areas need that same thinking as to which products do you keep in the store, which ones do you hold at the back, which ones are online only. Can you get a better presentation of the product by compromising at how much you have on the shop floor? Like all of that to go through. Our operating model, like every other retailer, we have a really expensive staffing model. We have to find ways to reduce that without impacting the service that we deliver. We want to put our partners onto the things that drive the most amount of value to our customers, not on the non-value adding tasks. And actually our operating model is worse than a lot of other retailers because we're a partnership and we have amazing partnership benefits, but they are expensive to run. Our build costs, so we're always looking at how do we build things. We used to not worry so much about that. We could build a new store. It was a license to print money. And wherever we put them, people would come. But that isn't the reality now. And when we build things, we need to find cheaper ways to do it. We used to spend like $500,000 on a staircase because we were trying to get people between the floors. No one uses it. There's a staircase in Leeds, if anyone knows that shop. I was there today, and it's got this crazy digital screens that are on this staircase. The digital screens aren't working anymore. There's no content on them. And the screens aren't even in a high footfall location. They're in blooming home. So I'm not quite sure why we put the screens there or we paid for this expensive staircase, but it's the sort of thing that you just can't afford. In the past, it didn't really matter so much because there was lots of money going around and our stores made lots of money. And we still do. We take so much revenue through our shops. Our challenge is transverting it into profit, not in getting sales. That is the fairly easy bit. And then we have a big challenge on rent and rates. Because of the size of our shops, we spend a fortune on heating them, lighting them, paying rents and rates for them for space that we don't need any longer. Technology is one of the things that will unlock a lot of the potential opportunity that we've got, because there isn't that many ways that you can take a lot of cost out of your operating model without investing in technology. The easy things have already been taken. So the simple stuff to remove has gone. What we need to do now is fundamentally change it. So we are looking at technology to improve the offer and to lower costs. So I've just got a couple of examples in here. Like how we showcase a full range. We can never hold the full range of products in our store. Even in Oxford Street, which is 450,000 square foot, it's an absolute beast. If you try and do a walk of it all, like sometimes I've had to do that, like walk people around the whole shop, it is so hard work because it's so big. But even in Oxford Street, we don't have our full range out. So we have to have a solution to showcase the full range. We have to find a way to provide the sort of information in a store that people expect to have online. So you want to know the features, you want to know the benefits. You don't want just to have a little ticket that has 3 things on it for reasons to buy. So we have to find a way to do better information. We need to find ways to personalise that experience for people in store. And the environment upgrades are things like there's been a little background noise in here, or we've added scents. If you go into the hotel lobbies, you often smell a scent. We've put that into our latest shop in Horsham, where as you go through different areas, you get different scents. So when you're in the laundry area, you get the smell of fresh laundry, and when you're in the outdoor area, you get the smell of cut grass. And sound and scent is so important for helping you kind of get into the right frame of mind. So technology helps to kind of set the environment too. And then as a kind of technology for lowering cost, and I'd really love to hear in the sessions as to how you think that we can tackle some of these problems. Like simplifying operations, technology is going to be key to doing some of that. Like RFID is such a game changer for so many retailers. Most people who have really maximised RFID is because they have their own stock, and they therefore can get the RFID tags into their supply chain. For us, we're selling all different people's stock, but that sort of technology could be game-changing for us for so many reasons. We're looking at lots of different payment solutions. I've had, in the last week, so many debates about self-checkout. Like self-checkout for a grocer is amazing, clearly. Like that's why everyone's put them in and stuck with it. For us, we have tags, high-value products, packing, wrapping, like of stuff, multiple exits. Like on some of our shops, we'll have 10 different ways to get into the store. So a self-checkout is lovely, but really problematic from an operational point of view for the sorts of products that we have. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. We just need to find a way to do it in the right place with the right supporting technology. And then we're also looking at lots of stuff on how we can give our colleagues the right technology to have the same information or better than a colleague has. So kind of up-weighting their ability to be able to support in a store. So we have, and I'm sure you hear this if you're working with retailers, like the legacy tech is so hard, isn't it? Like, luckily, my job, I don't have to deal with that. I kind of come up with the ideas of things we have to do, and then I don't end up in the detailed discussions as to why it's so hard. But we got ahead on so many things, sort of originally, but most of it was sticky plastering or joining things together that shouldn't really have been joined in that way. And now we've got that problem of we can't solve lots of the legacy kind of issues easily. For example, there was a review into eventing systems recently, and we had about 10 different eventing systems in the partnership, so across Waitrose and John Lewis, 10 different companies providing us systems that are being used for different purposes. Now, that's a nightmare. Like the data, we're not maximising it. We're not able to go and talk to those customers. Like we're not doing anything that's kind of that beneficial apart from solving that instant, immediate need of booking an event. But solving that and trying to align everyone and getting someone to own it and getting business kind of sponsorship for it is really, really tough. And we don't want to catch up, and it's too late really for us to just catch up to what everyone else is doing. We now need to take the opportunity to really like jump ahead. We recently announced a partnership with Google to do some of that stuff where we are going to really kind of go next on the tech and work out how do we kind of go ahead of everyone else rather than just try and play catch up. So in summary, we like a department store. Like sometimes people are like death of the department store in the press. It shouldn't be that. Like it should be a really great place to go and shop and give you all the different categories that you want. But if I can't give you a reason to go into a store and make it better, then why bother? Like why bother going in? It's much easier to go on your phone and do that transaction. And that was my tagline for my kind of project with the exec of reinventing the shop was kind of why bother? Like because if we can't give a reason that makes it better, then we shouldn't reinvest all that money doing it. I fundamentally believe that there's some products that are much better to buy in person. The experience is nicer, it's more human. Who wants to spend their life sat on a screen at night searching through a billion options when we can curate that offer for you? But we have a responsibility as part of that to make the experience great, give amazing hospitality options in there, give you amazing service and make that experience really easy. And to do that, we have to find ways to enhance that experience through tech and also take out a load of cost that we have so that we can put the partners doing value-added tasks serving all our customers. Thank you.